Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny. I'm from jennycarddesigns. Thanks so much for joining me today. My YouTube channel contains content that is intended to share paper crafting tutorials and inspiration with all of you. I hope that you enjoy. I have a little bit of a different video to share with you today. I wanted to share with you the unboxing of this card kit from Gina Designs. I wanted to share this today because it's so unique and the value is phenomenal. This is called the Luck and Love card kit, and it comes with two 6x8 stamp sets, a really fun layering stencil, coordinating dies for the stamp sets, some cardstock, and some sentiments. So I'm going to go through the items inside of this card kit. Then I have a few tips to share with you on how I organize and store my card making supplies. Okay, so let's take a look. First up, we have this gorgeous 6x8 stamp set. This is called the Luck and Love stamp set, and it has some beautiful handwritten greetings in here, as well as some clovers. Now, I love this stamp set because it's so vastly different from anything that I have in my stash. So I'm really looking forward to using these stamps to create some fun cards. Okay, next up we have Framed Flowers stamp set. And this again is something so very different from anything that I have in my stamp collection. I love the way the sentiments are created to fit inside of these images. I think it's really, really pretty. And I also love this clean and simple font. Okay, next we have two sets of dies for both of those 6x8 stamp sets. And we're going to split those up in a few minutes. And then we have this really cool layering stencil. This is the Layered Hearts stencil, and it has two stencils. It has a bunch of opened hearts, and then it has some patterns to fill in behind those hearts. I just checked out the stencil to see if it fits any other way, and it doesn't, so it lines up only one way. I'm not sure what I was thinking, but I don't know, I wanted to check it out anyways. Okay, now we're up to the cardstock in this kit. And we get two sheets of sentiments. Now these are both printed with toner, which means that you can foil these. So you can foil the words or you can foil the background depending on which one you use. And they're also printed on some nice heavy cardstock. Next we have 5 sheets of cardstock. We have 5 different colors. We have Red Hot, Bubblegum Pink, Wild Lilac, Turquoise Sea, and Jelly Bean Green. I just like looking at the cardstock all together in a rainbow like that. I don't know what it is. I just love it. So pretty. Okay, so I'm going to start filing these items away in my craft room. So first up, I'm going to grab these stencils. I have some little stencil pockets. I keep everything in this little bin, and this is for all of my stencils. I have my Gina stencils, my Altenew stencils, my other stencils, and then I have pockets. These are 6x6 little pockets that I can pop my stencils in to store them so that they're all neat and tidy in one little place, and I don't have to worry about them getting caught on each other or getting bent or anything like that. And I'm just going to slit these 2 little layering stencils inside of my pocket, and then I'm going to label it. I'm going to use my label maker to print the name of the stencil, which is the Layered Heart stencil, and I'm going to label the front of this and drop it into my stencil bucket, and then whenever I'm looking for a fun stencil project, then I'll know where to find it. Okay, next I'm going to grab some large stamp pockets for my big 6x8 stamps. And I also keep a piece of cardstock that I've laminated here with the measurements to this piece of cardstock. And I store this in the stamp pocket package so that I have a reference when I want to cut up some cardstock to put inside of my stamp pockets for future stamp purchases. I put a piece of cheap cardstock inside of the stamp pocket, and then I pop in the stamp set in front of it. It just keeps the stamp pocket nice and sturdy, and it fills the pocket, whereas sometimes the stamp sets don't fill them all the way, and I don't want any loose edges, you know, the pocket getting crumpled or cracked or anything. So the cardstock just helps keep everything intact. And then I'm going to use my label maker and print off the name of this stamp and adhere it to the front of my stamp pocket. And then I'm going to split up the dies. I'm just going to go through all of these dies that come on this magnetic storage board, which stamp set the dies belong to, because there are a lot of dies in this set here. I'm just going to split the dies to their coordinating stamp sets, and I'm going to get rid of the magnetic storage board. I don't like them only because they take up a lot of bulk. So if I have lots of stamp sets with their matching dies and then I add that little storage board in, it just takes up too much space in my little bucket and it becomes too heavy. So I just don't like to keep those. So instead I use my smaller little stamp pocket and I add the dies into that little pocket with a piece of cardstock to fill up the pocket to make sure it's nice and sturdy, and then I label the name of the stamp set onto that little pocket and pop it into the back of the stamp set. So then everything's all labeled and coordinates together nicely and I don't lose anything, and I eliminate that bulk from that extra piece of magnetic board. So that's how I like to store my stamp and die sets. And then the last thing I had just ordered an embellishment from Gina K's new release, and I really like these pretty little rhinestones. And so I'm just going to show you kind of how I store these as well. So I have these little containers from Darice, and they're just for beads. There are really cool embellishment storage kits that you can use, but I don't really like them. I find them too bulky and also too expensive. So I bought these little containers from Amazon. They were on sale for like $4 when I bought them, and I bought a whole bunch of them. And I put them in these little clear interdesign container bins. And these are like kind of like the fridge bins. They're just random bins I found on Amazon and I found at Winners and things like that. And I store all of those cool little embellishments in there. I like that the container is clear and then the little containers inside of the containers are clear so I can see what I'm working with. Okay, I'm going to show you a little sneak peek into my craft room. I'm going to show you my most prized possession. This shelf here has all of my stamps. Every stamp set that I own and that I've collected for the past several years. So I have all these fridge bins with little file folders that I've created and laminated and labeled so I can store my stamps and have room to grow. I've only allowed myself to have this much space. I won't add to my stamps, so in order for me to buy more, I have to get rid of some. So if I'm not using something, I'll have to take it out, sell it, give it away, things like that. And then so that when I want to buy more, I can add it into this pile. But like I said, I won't allow myself to outgrow this space here. Okay, so that is just about it for today's video. I wanted to share this card kit with you because I think the value of it is phenomenal. And because the stamp sets are so unique, I just felt like they would be a great addition to anyone's craft room. You'll find this kit linked in the description box down below. It is a limited edition, so if you wanted to grab it, you better get it now before they sell out. The stamps will be available for purchase individually, but you won't get a deal like this. I think it's $59.95 US, and the value is like over $100. So I mean, it's definitely worth the purchase, and I think that you'll enjoy it. Additionally, I hope that you enjoyed a little sneak peek into my crafty space and how I organize and store my stamps and stencils and dies and such. Okay, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend it here with me. I appreciate the support as always. Coming up on screen are a couple of videos I think you may enjoy. Have yourself a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!